The purpose of this video is to walk you through the research to practice assignment. This assignment encompasses just over a quarter of all the points that you will receive in this course. And so it's important that you really understand this assignment from the beginning, as you will have several pieces that complete the assignment throughout the semester. The point of the research to practice assignment is to really get you thinking as an educational psychologist. This course focuses on educational psychology theories and concepts and how you apply them to the field of education. What I want you to do is think about a question regarding learning or development as it applies to instruction, or as it applies to whichever field you're in, as we have a dynamic group of students usually registered in this course, and think about what question you would like answered. The way you're going to answer this question is by using library research. So as a mock educational psychologist, you're going to think of your question, you're going to conduct library research, and you're going to come up with the solution or the answer to your question. Usually, when you conduct research, you do applied research in the field. We're going to skip that step for this assignment and just focus on the library research. So we will see what others have done in terms of conducting research in the field and use that to garner our results. Once we have our results, then we're going to translate those to practice. And that's the final assignment, the research to practice application tool. In week 3, you are going through the library module that our research librarian, Susan Ariu, has put together for you. This library module is critical in your success in this assignment. You need to understand how to conduct library research. You need to understand what peer review means. And you also need to understand APA format. All of these aspects are included in that library module, and so it is necessary that you complete that as an initial step in your research or practice assignment. A second step you will need to take is to meet with me. I will set up several Google Hangout or Blackboard Collaborate meetings for students to join into, or I can set up individual meetings with each of you through Skype, over the phone, or in face-to-face meetings. It is imperative that I meet with you to discuss your topic to ensure that it's neither too broad or too narrow, and it is actually doable with regard to the requirements and the parameters of this assignment. Your first piece of the assignment that's due on February 14th is your annotated bibliography. Your annotated bibliography, and you will have another video that explains what your annotated bibliography will include, is really your result of doing library research. So once you've come up with a question, or even if you've come up with a topic and you're unsure about what the question actually is going to be, it's important to look at what's out there. So when you conduct your research at the library or through the library sources as directed in the library resource module, you will then come up with different articles and research that you might be able to find regarding that topic. For your annotated bibliography, you'll need 5 sources. And again, I'll go through that in more detail in the video regarding annotated bibliographies. Once your annotated bibliography is complete, you will then start working on your research paper. So for your research paper, you will have 2 drafts due. Your initial draft, which will be peer-reviewed, is due on March 13th. That gives you a full month from the time your annotated bibliography is due to be able to write your paper. Your final research paper, once your peer review has been conducted and you've received feedback from your classmates, will be due on April 3rd. In your research paper, you will be discussing your research question, thinking about which theory from educational psychology plays the biggest role in answering this question, and come up with 2 main conclusions from the literature that you've read through your library research. And finally, put forth a set of implications. And we will have a specific video focused on that mini research paper. So your first assignment, the annotated bibliography, really helps direct you in terms of your library research. Your mini research paper helps you put those resources together into a minimum of 4-page paper. And then the final aspect of this presentation, of this project, is your application tool. And this is actually my favorite piece. It requires you to be creative. It requires you to think outside the box. And it really helps you to be able to learn how to translate library research into practice. The idea is you want to think about how you can develop a professional development tool for others in your field to use in understanding and learning about the research that you've just conducted. So what's the best mechanism for getting that information to your peers in a way that's easy, functional, and applicable? And so you can do this by creating a website, by creating a video. There's many different unique and creative ways that you can do this. But it's really important that you think about the strategies and the implications and the practical side of the research that you've conducted. And that application tool will be due on April 17th, so towards the end of the semester, but it's something you want to think about as you're choosing your topic and as you're thinking about the research that you're conducting through the library. How applicable is this topic? How applicable will the results be for my peers in my place of business? And so it's important to think about that as you're thinking through this assignment. And as I said before, you will have specific videos for each of these 3 assignments in addition to this more overall video. Thank you.